You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds! Fucking nerds!
They say the miracle. Oh, wow, they do. They say the meek will inherit the earth. Take 3, but we'll keep going. I'm your host, Doc Martin, on episode number 284. It feels like episode number 1, how often I'm having issues today. But at least I have one bright, shining star in my life today. And that is our own Chris Class. Yes, it's you, Chris. Thank you for being on. Since nobody else couldn't be on, they were like, I gotta work, it's late. Yeah, and just, he can never be on anymore, apparently. No, I mean, he could be on the show, but...
Well, I screwed up by not being on last week, so...
No, again, it allowed us to try out Derek and see how he worked, and Derek definitely brought, and what I always say, I always like having different voices, different opinions on the show, and Derek definitely had that, and he was fun, he had good humor. And then we had Kennedy randomly on there with his driving, so it was just a shot of some darkness, and then and then he switched to it, so it was like it wasn't even a photo, it was just a black like zoom thing. So it's like when you're watching on the YouTube channel, it looked horrible, and I tried to talk
appealing, I'm sure. And
I tried to talk Derek into turning his camera so it looks like how it's supposed to look. So if you're looking on a big screen.
What's it all like sideways and shit?
It was. I was like, do you have a stand? Because that would make it look better. I'm sorry. I'm just a little anal when it comes to my production, and I try to get it good. But I also want to point out that our own Chris Class there is, let me flip to you real quick, is starting his own YouTube channel. I think he's actually you got one video up right now, right?
It's I do. I've thrown one up already. Did all the, I don't know. I did all the editing and everything myself. And if you've listened to the beginning of the video, it's called Craven the Toy Hunter. All rights and reserved, copyright.
You have no rights to it. No, you have no rights to it. Not with Craven, no.
I never even thought about it. So in the future, you may see what Doc suggested, changing that K to a C.
Yeah.
So I might be Craven the Toy Hunter like that. I never even thought about it. I was like, oh, sure, I'm throwing the word toy in there, so it's totally different. I don't know, like Captain Toy, Toy Captain America. I could call myself. I don't. It's the same thing. It's a total ripoff.
Yeah, I don't know what you'll be running into. Luckily, fracking is not a copyrighted word, even though it was created by the people that made Battlestar Galactica. But who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with only having 70 views so far, I don't think Marvel's one of those 70. So I think it's all right.
Hey, you got 70 views. That's good.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
On the social media, I'm hoping for an uptick this next time. I mean, maybe. It's. I'll give a quick shout out. I gave a shout out to Nerds on there, or this upcoming video that I'll be dropping. But there's two guys. One guy's called What's Poppin'. Another guy is called OG Geek. That I follow those guys. They're toy hunters from Florida, and I start watching them, and I was like, man, I do this stuff, and it's like they look like they're having such a good time, and it's like it reminds me of when I go, or like when me and my buddies go. Or I'll go and I'll meet up with Brian, and he had gone earlier in the day or earlier that week, and then we'll just trade off, something like that. I was like, man, maybe I'll give this a shot. And at first I was making kind of a joke about it. Then I was like, fuck it, let me try it, man. And I just got done, and it's cost me a lot of money so far. So
yeah, you've got to get some viewers and some sponsorship to help your addiction. Really, is what it is.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and I'm doing a giveaway this upcoming video. So
my Lord.
I'm trying to buy fucking my viewers.
Well, you're supposed to pay for ads to help with that.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that instead. Fuck. All right. The giveaway's canceled. Fuck.
Help. But I will tell you, I will put this on when this live episode is airing on YouTube. At the very end, you will have a link to click on your most recent video, depending on if you get the new one up before this goes up or not. But if you're wanting to find out about Craven the Toy Hunter, at the end of the show, click on the link and go check it out. Also, remember always to subscribe to us, to subscribe to Craven, the Toy Hunter, Chris Class. Really, that's what it is. So, yes. Well, on today's show, they're going to be knowing what you did last summer, but for TV. Mad Max with no Mad Max, and what games are going to be coming for the Xbox Series launch. But the first thing in tech, Google has a new hum to search feature to figure out the song. I guess if you ever like had a song in your head and you're just like, man, I can't remember what it is, and then you just, usually try to throw the words out, but you're like, no, I can't.
Right.
Like, I don't know the words properly.
I want to test that out to Crash Test Dummies.
Well, that should be very easy to figure out, wouldn't it?
I would hope. If Google can get that, it should be able to get anything. So
I mean, it is on. It's on Google app now.
It is now.
Let me see if it's also on the iPhone. Are you on Android or are you on the iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
Okay, so then we'll be both. So let's see. I don't know how this works. Let's see.
Huh.
Song goes. They went longos. Okay, never mind. It didn't.
All right, Google. You have a lot of work to get.
Let's see. Hold on. Say. Oh, okay. Let me do it the right way. If I read the instructions here. What's the song?
That was spot on, Doc.
There was a how do I got to do this before it will check for the song and well, this is entertaining. Oh, here we go. It gave me Foreign from Trey Songz.
Okay.
Yeldish and Her Strut.
Wow,
From
not
Bob
Crash
Seger.
Test Dummies at all.
No, let's see. Nope. Little Drummer Boy. Nope. Moves Like Jagger. No clue. All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't work well.
All right.
Or I just was completely off.
Well, the first time you were a little off tune. The second time it was like spot on. It
Yeah.
sounded like I was listening to Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah. Like they're step cousins or something like that.
They were right there.
It's available today on iOS and Android in more than 20 languages, which I don't know why you need 20 languages when you're humming. I don't know. I mean,
I wonder if it's for the. So how are you supposed to do it? You're just supposed to say, "What is the song that goes?"
yeah, you say what's the song, and then tap the newly search a song button, and then hum your earworm is what it says. Like it automatically went up when I did it on here. Let's try it one more.
Are you using Google
Oh, there it
Chrome?
is. There's the search a song. Okay. I don't even shit. Fuck. Never mind. It's like I can't even think of a song. Give me a song and I'll try to hum it out.
Let's go with let's do a random one. Do Star Wars. The intro to Star Wars.
Okay. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. There, Imperial March. It's got that.
Did it? It
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Okay. Like that's the most recognizable.
I didn't.
It's so easy to know what that was.
Yeah. Well, I looked around and I saw a snowtrooper from Empire, so I was like, go with that. I don't know.
Well, we got one song to work. There we go.
All right, we're batting 500 here. Google's batting 500.
YouTube.
Now, do you have to use Chrome? Do you have to use
No. You have to use Google.
Just Google.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when you click on the little microphone, there's actually a button at the bottom that says "Search for a song." You click on that and then try humming.
Very cool. All right.
So yeah, try it out. YouTube's it's got a website with a picture-in-picture, which that confuses me.
Really?
Like, how often are you on YouTube and you're just like, I need to watch something else at the same time? Like, I remember back in the day, like, yeah, you had 2 sports games on.
Mm-hmm.
And, you had the one on the smaller screen because it was just like you're kind of off watching, seeing what that is, but your main focus is this game, big screen on there. So then what would be the point of, like, what are you watching?
Yeah, the only thing I could think of that you would watch like simultaneously would be sports.
Yeah, I mean,
and for stuff
are
like
you
that,
talking about if somebody's watching? Let's say they're watching some competitive gaming, and then maybe they're watching Dragon Ball Z episodes.
Okay.
Because not everything you have to focus on the show on the game.
Okay.
And you just have that. I guess. I mean, maybe the attention span of younger people is just shorter.
Maybe they could do that. When you first said that, I thought you said dual screens. I thought it would pull up your monitor and you could watch the video. And I was like,
no, that'd
sense.
be weird.
But this almost makes even less sense. Like,
Yeah.
why would you watch unless it's like sports related? I can't think of anything that my ADD is all over the place, dude. So I can't think of anything that I'd be able to like, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't see the benefits in that whatsoever, and that's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's if they're talking about the picture-in-picture when you click on a video and then you're going to do something else while it's playing.
They've needed to do that for a while. Where like if I'm on my phone and I'm on the YouTube app, if I get a phone call or anything else, boom, it goes away. So like if it could just still like bloop, like pop up in there, that'd be incredible. I would like that.
I can't tell if that's what it is. That's what I'm like. I don't know. It just seems like it's picture-in-picture. But also, I mean, if you're doing something on your tablet or phone, why do you need a video running? I mean, you can already play it and it'll play in the background like music, but I don't know. I guess I don't need that much information. Well, and
so you can watch. I know why. So you can watch Frackin' Nerds and Craven the Toy Hunter at the same time.
Yes,
that's why you need this. Look at that. Look at the timing of this.
How much is class going to spend today? Do you actually do a total?
Oh, today alone?
No, you should do a total. I would assume every episode. Like how much you
I
spent.
A total of this much.
And then the other thing you should do is why not? Like because this is how much you spent, but then also do the total of what the value right now is for these items too. Because then the whole point is you're trying to copyright. Because I mean that's the thing is like isn't that the whole point of kind of showing what you're finding out there, and why it's value, why you're picking it up, and then what is it on the market to try to if you can't find these in the store.
That's not a bad idea. I never thought about that. Good idea, Doc.
Thank you. That's all I'm here for is good ideas.
So when you watch episode 2, well, 2 is kind of already being edited. When you watch episode 3, you may see a little something saying like purchased, online, eBay sold amount, and like maybe what I profited.
Well, you didn't, but you're not selling it though, right? I mean, I guess you could do it like the what are the one like junk like collector guys?
The American Pickers.
Yeah, American Pickers.
Like,
where they're showing how much they paid versus if they sold it or whatever. Yeah,
right. I mean, it's that same basic concept, I guess. But it's like, I guess because I'm not selling it, but like when I come across things like that, I showed Doc earlier. Here's a little sneak peek. If this comes out before the show, but I found this today. It's a Shredder. It's a NECA Shredder Leonardo 2-pack.
Why don't you do this? Take pictures of anything you show me and send them to me.
Yeah, that's way better than doing that.
I can put them on there.
That's right. The power of editing.
It's a visual. It's a visual media, and then when you're getting.
And I'm all like, you're getting a horrible glare. I don't think of these things. Doc is our.
Let me, and also just let's talk about a few things with your show. One,
let's critique it.
No, I haven't watched it. I'm asking questions.
Oh, you haven't even watched?
Haven't watched it yet. No. Now with let's say, like, why are you searching for what you're searching for?
I'm glad you asked that, Doc, because I actually made a video a while. Last week I put the first video up, but before I did that, I kind of did. It was kind of like a cribs kind of thing, like what we were planning on doing with Joshua, where I just was showing my selection. Like you see some of the loose figures, some of the some in the box. I showed all my comics and but specifically like what I'm collecting. Like I have a bunch of Joe stuff here, some Mortal Kombat stuff down here, so on and so forth. And so I kind of walked around. I have some WWE elites over there, so on and so forth, showing what I collect. And I said, so it was kind of like a getting to know who I am. And so that is that'll be dropping at some point too.
Because I would assume like when you go to, we don't have Toys R Us anymore, but go to a Walmart, right. Go to a GameStop, something like that, you're looking for certain items, or are you just going in to see what they have?
Well, I go in, and the way I start my videos, it's like usually like me in my car, and I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like I only did the first one, and I started doing this one. Just, it's not like, I don't know. I'm just saying, okay, so today it's probably one of a 2 days toy hunt. And today I'm going to go to Walmart. My plan is like Walmart, Target, a couple GameStops, maybe a Walgreens. Let's check it out. And then it'll have me walking into like those stores and recording a bunch of shit. And but then at the end of the show, you got to stick around. I'll say like, oh, I got to get this. Oh, maybe I won't. And I'll put stuff back. So at the end of the show, it's basically me right here, like pulling shit out. This is what I got.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, and then why don't you do this? Like, there's always going to be, like myself, I'm always looking, or especially Pops. Like, I finally got my Zartan Pop here.
I saw that today. That was awesome.
I wanted to get. They have a chase one where he's. If you remember the old school Zartan action figures, he had a color changing mode.
Yes.
And they have that, and I was, cross fingers when I ordered it. Like, maybe I'll get the chase, but I'm still very happy with that. But like, I think you should have a list. Like, this is what I'm looking for, and like cross them off when you get them, and then or an updated list every time, so that like, hey, this is what I'm trying to look for. This is what I came out with. I don't know, just suggestions.
That's a good idea.
Well, I mean, because then if you've got people following you and watching you, and you're like, listen, I'm looking for this particular turtle figure,
right?
And you may start getting people to help you out. Like, hey, I see it here.
Heads up.
Yeah.
And then that's those two guys I mentioned earlier, OG Geek and What's Poppin'. They'll say the same thing. They'll say like, hey, I got a lead from a friend that said, hit up the Target at this place. And some people have. I saw one where they hit an entire case behind something.
Oh my Lord!
And so the guy rolled up and it was like he moved stuff out of the way. He's like, dude, a case is right here, and pulled it out. I've been trying to do that too. I will say like. I'm looking for the new DC Flash. I'm looking for, hopefully we can find this, that, and the other. Like, I'll say different things like that too. So, but I like the idea of like having a checklist and seeing if I was able to mark any of them off. And then if not, what's this bonus thing? Like this Turtle 2-pack that I'll pick up and show again in front of the screen. No, I won't do that. Like the Turtle 2-pack that you showed so great when you did all the editing just a little bit ago.
That's right.
But that, like, I that one I would actually be interested in seeing because that came out a long time ago and I hadn't seen it in a while unless they're reissuing it. So I like that idea, Doc. I like it. But no, in all honesty, when you watch it, you're the media guy. You went to school for this stuff. You have you do nerds. You've done so many podcasts. OVW TV, editor, producer, whatever, extraordinaire. And so give me criticism. Tell me what you think.
No.
But I'm using iMovie, so be kind.
Yeah, I know. Anytime
I give criticism, it is to make, hopefully get you a better product. Plus, I mean, this would be something like if I was watching this and I was following you, I'd want to see like, oh, okay, he's looking for this. Hopefully he finds it. Where is he going to find these things,
Yeah,
these are, because you got to think, you are a connection to people that are doing this normally.
Right.
And why do you have the success you do, or why do you challenges, and go from there.
Good idea.
All right, so watch watch the on YouTube. Remember, we'll post a link later on in the show to Kraven the Toy Hunter. But speaking of Kraven and Spider-Man, there's rumors that kept running around like crazy that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be cast in the next Spider-Man 3. Well, Sony has now just came out and said, no, there's nothing confirmed with this. Kind of debunking it, but on the same level, not really saying, no, it's not out of the realms. It's the same thing as I also saw, like, what's her name, played Gwen Stacy? Like, they were having her back, and the guy who played Harry Osborn. But
Franco?
No. We're talking about the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That nobody remembers whoever played.
Right. The other people.
I know.
They should have used. Doesn't James Franco have a brother?
Yeah.
They should have used him for Amazing Spider-Man.
Dave Franco? Yeah.
Dave Franco. I'd be like, he looks kind of familiar here. What's going on? What do you think about that? Do you like the idea of the multiverse? I mean, Into the Multiverse was great. And if they try to tap into that same kind of cartoon, like not the same cartoon style, but like the same. Don't just bite off of that idea because it was done so well in the cartoon. I look forward to if they were to do that, with the whole Doctor Strange and like multiverse thing. What do you think, Doc?
No, I don't like it.
Not at all.
I'm tired of everyone thinking Raimi's Spider-Man is the best, but when you go back and watch it, it does not hold up at all. I'm also
Spider-Man 2 did. I like Spider-Man.
Oh, let's go back to the bank scene. Let's talk about that one. That was an incredible scene there. Aunt May is the worst in that.
Yeah.
She's the worst Aunt May of all the Aunt Mays. Like they slowly got better each episode. Yes, and hotter. And then like in the second one where they bring what's her name? forgot who it was that played her. Gidget, wasn't it Gidget or something like that? But yeah.
Oh, it was.
But then that threw. But
yeah.
and like in the second movie, she completely burned me when she was like, when he was at his graduation, she was like, "Your uncle would have been so proud to be here," and I've been like, my parents probably would have been too, but fuck them. Let's talk about Uncle Ben. It's all about you now, isn't it, May? But no, I don't like Raimi's Spider-Man. I like Raimi's stuff, not everything, but I thought like Andrew Garfield did a good job, and then I started realizing he cries every movie he's in. He cries a lot. And then when Tom Holland came in, I was like, "That's Spider-Man. That's how you are. He's young. He's energetic. He wants to know." And I don't feel like Tobey Maguire is your Spider-Man. I don't feel like Andrew Garfield's your Spider-Man. I feel like Tom Holland is your Spider-Man. And I mean,
not now. And it's like it's evolved so much, and it's like, who's the kid now? What's his name?
Tom Holland.
Yeah. That dude is, like you said, perfect, man.
Yeah,
he's perfect, and everything he does is like his mannerisms. He does a lot of his own stunts. The dude's like super acrobatic. Like he does a lot. I mean, he has the wires and shit, but he does a lot of his own flips and like he does all that all his own stuff. So it's like he is like the perfect Spider-Man. And these other guys, it'd be cool just because like in Into the Spider-Verse, the old school Spider-Man was all fat and shit and like gray, and like you could totally see Tobey Maguire looking like that. I mean, have him. This is what they could do if it's a multiverse. Have Tobey Maguire like pull off his Spider-Man mask and reveal like himself from Fear and Loathing, where his hair's all combed over and shit.
What? Wait. You said something I could never believe in a Sam Raimi movie, a Spider-Man actually taking off his mask. I could never see something. Oh, wait, no.
It down a little bit. He
did it every 5 minutes. He was just like, oh, Spider-Man. Yeah. And everybody in New York's like, we'll keep your secret, Spider-Man. Don't worry. You're such the good guy. Oh, click, click. I'm getting money. No. Keep your mask on. Just like Dredd. Dredd keeps his mask on. The reason Spider-Man keeps his mask on so that nobody gets affected by it. But when you're just pulling, this is the stuff I have problems with.
Yeah, I that's a valid point there.
Yeah.
All right. And Joshua's not here to argue with you. He's better at the arguing. And like, no.
And there's one story in here. Well, no, he's actually supposed to be joining us. Can you send him the link while I put it on Facebook, but he asked for. I think he asked.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
That's good. Do you not have his email or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe I don't. This
Wait,
is
that was you?
Listening.
Never mind.
Here, I'll forward.
No,
this.
never mind. It was not.
Oh.
It was you. Your text came super late. I thought it was him.
Oh,
we'll move on. So it was you from the future, from the past, texting me.
Multiverse.
Well, with the Static Shock movie, now we've got a producer, Michael B. Jordan, is going to be heading the Static Shock movie. Not sure if he's going to be Static Shock himself or they're going to go with the casting a younger character. Michael B. Jordan has been very big in regards to diversity in Hollywood, especially in superhero movies and other Hollywood movies in general. And he's going to be coming on to work on it. Are you excited for a Static Shock movie?
I don't know about Static Shock.
I don't either. I know there's a certain.
I'm Googling it right now.
Actually, I think there's a younger group of people that watched it when they're younger than us, like the Power Ranger kids out there.
First episode September 23, 2000, and by that point, I was not chasing cartoons or figures.
No. Like you'd have to be a really good cartoon for me to like. Oh, I'm gonna give my time to this. And I'm just gonna watch a random Static Shock. And since I never read Static Shock, like I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. I don't know about Static Shock, but Michael B. Jordan's cool. He was wasn't he Creed?
He was Creed.
And he was in
Killmonger,
Black Panther.
Killmonger, and Black
Killmonger.
Panther. Yeah,
he was awesome, man. He was and like not taking anything away from Chadwick Boseman or Boseman, whatever, who passed away, but like. Dude, I thought Killmonger was like so strong in that movie. Like he was incredible. Loved it.
Did you see the Spawn cover that's coming out with they drew Chadwick Boseman in the Spawn outfit?
Yes. I think that's issue 311 that's coming out.
I think it's coming out
maybe it's
mid-November.
312, one of the two.
What's that?
It just dropped. One just dropped last week. An issue just dropped last week, and I think it's 311. And I called to get my reserve because it just came out, but it was issue 310 that came out. So it looks awesome. It looks awesome, and I saw what Todd McFarlane had to say about it. It was just
Now with
very
comic book
poetic.
stores, if you just want like a specific issue, like if I wanted to grab that one, do I call there for a pull list, or do they have to do like, oh, we got to pull everything, and like how does that work?
Me, I have a pull list every week. Like they've had this list, and every week something on that list comes out, they put it aside, and I go there once a month and pick my stuff up, or once every couple of weeks. I'm sure you could just call and be like, hey, you guys have any more issues of that? Okay, yeah, could you hold me one back? I'll be there. And like, if you're not like, you don't frequent there, I would say like you'd probably have to be there same day, but they would probably do that. I mean,
All
Greg
right.
Escape would in Louisville, I would hope.
May have to stop by on a Wednesday when it comes out. It looks like a cool cover.
It does. If I go out and I see it when it does drop, if I haven't, if you haven't picked one up, I'll pick two of them up.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank
I got you, buddy.
All
I'll put it
right.
with the Clerks 2 book that I still
Oh, yeah.
need to get you. I'll see you at some point.
I know.
I promise.
Things are going to get better. We hope.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a Mad Max movie coming out with no Mad Max. It's going to be what is it called? It's based upon God. How do you say her name? The Charlize
Tina
Theron.
Turner?
No,
Oh.
Charlize Theron character from the most recent one. It's Furiosa. I'm just right now.
If you are for
I can't remember how to pronounce.
Yeah.
Let's see. See if there's a way to. Nope, it does not give me a way of pronouncing it. All right. Anyway, yeah,
hum it, maybe Google.
yeah, maybe
Tell
it
you
will.
what-
Let's see. Let's do this. I'll put it in here. How to pronounce? If I spell it correctly, that's. I know, like somebody's probably losing their mind, but I don't know. I don't want to just like
They're screaming right
completely-
now.
Here he is. How to murder it.
You dumbasses. I don't know. I know. I think I've
Whoop,
seen.
Jesus! Don't. Why are we just?
Uh oh.
But that just why? I just want to. Here we go.
Furiosa.
Furiosa. All right.
Okay.
Why do we have an animated audio? Just put the word out there. I don't know why we needed all that. Thanks, guys. But it's going to be a prequel about the character, but I guess no Mad Max. Seems weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not going to be. Yeah, that is. Well, I don't know. I don't even remember. We're talking movies, Doc. I'm not the best when it comes to those. I think I've seen that one.
Is this
I've
a-
seen bits and pieces of it, and it was pretty cool from what
It's
I
a,
watched.
it's a Warner Brothers movie. It sounds like a Sony way of doing things. Like when they're like, "Hey, let's do a Spider-Verse with no Spider-Man." It's
Right.
kind of their thinking of it. Anya Taylor-Joy, who was in the most recent New Mutants movie, will be playing the character this time.
He may look totally different though, because that movie was shot 10 years ago. New Mutants, right? Even though it's just not released.
It did take a very long time for that one to come out. Yes. Class, have you ever seen the movie One Cut of the Dead?
A little bit of it from what you sent me. I didn't watch like the whole thing.
You
because
should watch the whole
I
thing.
just
Do you
haven't.
have Shudder?
No, but I will. I'll get it just for that. Actually, I'll do like the week trial tonight.
Yes.
Actually,
watch-
I love horror movies. I don't know why I don't have Shudder.
Yes.
I know a lot of people that do. It's like, it's only like what, $7 a month.
I think so, yeah. And especially like the Creep Show from last year. They didn't, because it got cut short for season 2. But that's really good. But no, One Cut of the Dead, you've got to watch the whole thing. Because the beginning of it it's kind of slow, and you're just seeing like, oh, this is just a hokey
Yeah.
zombie movie. But when the layers start to come off, you're like, this is amazing the way they thought of this movie.
Really?
It will surprise you. I can't give away anything, but it's
Yeah,
just-
please don't. I'll watch it tonight. I promise you.
like, believe
Well,
me,
no.
when you're watching it and you're seeing the beginning of it, just stick with it. Because all of a
I'll watch it
sudden,
tonight or tomorrow.
it's going to end, and you're going to be like, well, that was weird. This felt very short. And then the movie's going to keep going. And then all of a sudden, you're just
Okay.
like, this is amazing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Let's just say
Well,
this.
you talked about it a while back. I remember you because you brought it up to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be on Plex, but I guess it hasn't been on there yet. But
It should
I'll,
be. I think it should be on Plex, but check it.
well,
I
then
don't
I'll
know.
just look on Plex because maybe it's there.
It
If
could
is,
be there, yeah.
I need to get Shudder anyway, just because like I love horror movies, as do you, Doc.
I do, yeah. Yeah,
and
yeah.
if the people on Instagram and so on would follow you, do follow you, they know your movie list that you're watching.
Yeah,
this
if you
month, right?
if you're following us at Frackin' Nerds on Instagram, I've been doing this for the last 3 years. I watch a horror movie every day. just understand that life comes in, and so I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah. What's the latest one you've watched?
What was the latest one? God, I can't remember. None of them, like, every year, that's the one thing I like doing, is because I will find a movie that I never heard of, and, like, I'm just amazed. I'm like, why do not more people know about this movie?
Really?
Really? And I'm looking, like, in most of the movies that I watched this year, nothing has stood out.
Really?
It was Honeymoon with Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. That's no, it was not, it's not good. It's about these people that just got married, and they go to the wife's like old campground, not campground, but cabin. Okay. And then the husband finds her randomly in the woods naked, and she starts acting different, and then light starts beaming through the place, and he doesn't know what's going on, and the payoff is just not good. But yeah, but like other years, like Green Room. Okay. Never heard of Green Room. That was an amazing movie. Usually find one or two good. Like, I was like, I'm very surprised, but most of it just crap.
Is Adam Sandler Hubie Halloween?
Oh God, that's horrible. No,
is it really?
Hubie Halloween. I enjoyed parts of it because it's kind of connected in the Billy Madison, right. Happy Gilmore world. Like, the duels are there. Ben Stiller's character from Happy Gilmore is in it.
Okay,
but nice. I'm tired of Adam Sandler playing this dork. I mean, like, how does a whole town just hate on this guy that's obviously has some kind of mental issues? Like, and they torture him, and I'm like, God, this is just not funny. And then the other thing is like the hot woman from his school. She's apparently always loved him. And I'm just like, how? It's just like, what is attractive about him? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's just like, hey, every dorky guy will get the hot chick. And then he's like a year.
Dork's a shot.
And then he's like
giving us a glimpse of hope.
He's like 2 or 3 years behind on a joke because they show the news station, and every female there is wearing Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad outfits. And I was like, that was a while back. Like, that joke it's an old joke now. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But speaking of...
So that's a thumbs down, huh?
No, yeah, it's not a good movie, no.
Okay.
But the director of One Cut of the Dead apparently shot a sequel on Zoom, and it's on YouTube. It apparently has been on YouTube since, what is it, April, March, I think?
Wow.
And it says that over 300 people from all over the world are sitting in their own Zoom videos following a social media request to celebrate creative people coming together to put together to lift everyone's spirit. It'll be interesting to see how it is. But yeah, so don't watch that before you've seen the movie. Okay. So go on Shudder and everything else. Now, this is for Joshua. Apparently, Armie Hammer still wants to do The Man from U.N.C.L.E., so I'm assuming him and Joshua are the only ones that are requesting a sequel. Did you see I mean, I know you don't watch a lot of movies.
I definitely did not see that. I didn't see Lone Ranger. I don't know anything about that guy other than that has to be a gimmick name.
Armie Hammer, yeah. And he was supposed to be like Superman before Henry Cavill got it. Now, I always liked him from the TV series. Oh, God, what was it called? Oh.
Again, someone is screaming at the...
I know. It was the one where the devil is working with this kid. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm just going to look up his name. But he's in it. That's how I remember him. If you've never seen this show, you should definitely watch it. Where is it at? Reaper. You should watch Reaper.
Okay, I've heard of it.
I think it's on Hulu. Yeah, check out Reaper. It is very entertaining. It's about this guy who has to start getting souls for the devil.
Okay, and he plays the Reaper or whatever.
No, he plays the other son of the devil. Okay. It comes in later in the series and just like, hey, I want this job, and he's just like, no, you can't have the job. But
not all is lost with me though, Doc. I did take your advice and I started watching The Boys, so I'm almost caught up.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yes, I'm on season 2, like episode 6 or something. So it's amazing, dude.
Yeah, Joshua apparently did not put over the penis joke. He's like, oh, I've seen it before. I'm like,
I
where?
just saw that one, and I was like, dude, we just talked about that like 2 weeks ago, where it was like up on his face, choking him out.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was
It
funny.
was funny, man. It was funny. Like, it wasn't until it busted through and started wrapping around the dude, and then I was like, oh, I remember like hearing about it. But just seeing the guy lay there and it's like down to the
Well,
ankle,
as soon as
like,
I saw him wrap around, and I was like, that's that guy's penis. I guarantee. And then the head pulls out, and I'm like, yep, that's it. That is it. Well, in
Good show.
TV news, looks like for all those people who want to know what happened to Grease, the movie, but set in a prequel, Paramount Plus is going to be getting that. It was going to be on HBO Max. It was going to be called Grease Rydell High. But now it's going to be called Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies. So if you ever wanted to know what was the Pink Ladies doing before all that summer loving and tell me more, well, now you're going to... Because who's asking for this? Who is sitting around just like, I need to know how the Pink Ladies become, I would assume, as powerful as they are? Because it just seemed like nobody really cared about them. Like, I really felt like what group was the guys in? What was that called?
I forgot. I do. Just a bunch of greasers. Yeah, I don't remember.
But they
what
had a
were
name,
called.
right?
Yeah, probably. Grease was something. I remember. Like,
T-Birds. Like, I really
Yeah,
felt like the
yeah.
T-Birds and the Pink Ladies thought
That's
they
right.
were very, like, in control of everything, and then everyone else just ignored them.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of people being intimidated by him. I mean, if I'm walking down the street or I'm in school and there are a bunch of like dudes that look like that, especially back in the 50s or whatever, I'd be like, oh shit. But then when they all bust out in song and dance, I'd be like, I don't have to worry about these guys at all. I'm on the football team. I don't need to worry about
Everybody
this
looked
shit.
like they were in their 40s in that movie. It's just like, nobody.
Yeah,
No. But yeah, we're gonna be getting a prequel about the Pink Ladies. Right now, the estates of Jimmy Jacobs and Warren Casey, the original composers of the 1971 musical, have not signed over the rights to use any of the songs like Grease Lightning or Summer Nights. So they may be having to create their own musical. HBO was wanting to try to create their own High School Musical world with Grease, but
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And I mean, I guess they wouldn't. It's a prequel, so they wouldn't have to have any of those songs. But you would think at least those two, Grease Lightning, maybe that Summer Night, the Summer 11, whatever song, like that would have to be in there somehow.
And then, like, how far is the series going to go? Because at a certain point, you have to introduce characters that are from the movie. So if you're like, you know how some of these shows go. They'll go 5-6 years, and you're like, yeah, they should have been out of high school way by now. What's going on here?
I'm waiting for that. Yeah, I'm waiting for Danny and whatever what was her name, whatever the chick's name was.
Oh,
Danny. I just remember
Sandy?
that. And Sandy. Yeah. Dude, Olivia Newton-John looked amazing in that movie.
yes, she did.
That was like, I remember being in high school, my sister watching that movie, and I was like, this is stupid. And I'd be like, catch glimpses, and be like, all right, maybe I'll get into it a little bit. But nah, that was never my shit, man.
Well, maybe this was. I Know What You Did Last Summer is getting an Amazon order for a series based upon the movie. We know what Monica was doing that one summer, and she apparently hasn't paid for it yet. But continuing on, I guess they're wanting to do a young adults TV series about being hunted because you made mistakes and hit somebody with your car and kill them. Oh, yeah, Monica did do that. Yeah.
So is he gonna be the same like the Hook Fisherman guy? Like, is that dude gonna?
Would
is he
assume. Like, was
He'd
he?
have to be, right?
Was he
He's
in
the
the
bad guy.
Was he in the second one? Like,
there was a second one.
yeah.
I
Like,
saw the
I think
first one.
like in the second one, didn't it have like a Jamaican version of Jack Black? I think. And they call it "Still Know What You Did." I think so. Hold on, let me
Jack
see.
Black, man.
Yeah, I think it was. He was like a Jamaican.
Jack Black was in. I Know What You Did Last Summer Part 2 or whatever.
Who was it? Maybe it was somebody else. It felt like it was a Jack Black kind of kid. Yeah, it was. As Titus
Then I have to watch
Telsko. Yeah,
No.
I think he's like this Jamaican guy with dreadlocks, like white guy with dreadlocks.
Wow. Yeah,
Mekhi Phifer, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Brandy. Oh, not Brandy. Sorry, that was I thought I kept saying Monica, but Brandy. That's what I'm talking about. Jennifer Esposito, who died on The Boys. Spoilers. Yeah.
who's she?
Remember when Jennifer Esposito was the lady who got her head blown off, like at the beginning of series 2?
Was she the first one? Oh, the first one that got her head blown off?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that's who that was.
I will post a
saw
picture
that.
so that you will see. Look
Her head
up
blown
Titus
off?
while you're on. Look up Titus Telescope so you can enjoy with everybody else. But yeah, he has dreads and everything else.
Okay.
I don't remember watching the sequel. I felt like the story was pretty much told with Ryan Felipe and Sarah Michelle Gellar, the previous one. He found it. All right, moving on. Dexter is coming back. Were you not happy with him in some random logging town? After he,
That was pretty good.
After-
That did look like him, man.
after no, that is him.
That's Jack Black?
Yes, Jack Black. Yes.
Oh! Okay, I'm going to watch I Know What You Did Last Summer too, not just for Jack Black.
Did you ever finish Dexter?
I never started Dexter.
Oh my god! All right. Well, Dexter's
I never,
coming back.
I wanted to, but then, we talked about this a couple of episodes ago. I was like, I can't get into it because I know, the end is supposed to be, the last season is supposed to be dog shit. So I'm like...
Well, the last season is bad, and then the end ends with him, escaping a hospital as he's being hunted down, and then driving his boat into a hurricane, and then he ends up in, some random logging town working there, and then that's just how it ends.
Okay.
The first, I would tell you, if you watch the first 3-4 seasons, it's good. Well, it's coming back to Showtime in a limited series run. Right now, all they got is Michael C. Hall coming back for that. You should watch it. Don't worry about the end. The ending is obviously now the ending is going to be different but yeah. So go with.
I don't know, man. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I'm just like I said, it's kind of what was the show, Lost?
Yeah.
I was hearing oh, it's really good, but the last season or last episode, whatever, it was awful. So I'm like,
Well, the problem with
I've been burned on
Lost
things
is
like that because it was Smallville. I used to love Smallville, and then that went downhill after I watched first 4 seasons and loved it, and then there was a 5th season. That was kind of we were you're out of high school already, guys. Let's get on to you being Superman already, and that just went on way too long. So it's I've been burned on shows like that before.
Oh, I understand. Now, Lost, apparently they had an idea, and then when they got into a couple more seasons, they're like, "Well, where's the story going to go?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't know. That was just as far as we got, and we're just playing it by ear on this one." So it's not bad, but it does start. They start going into the future and back to the future, and it becomes a mess.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, talking about continuing on TV shows, the announcement of the Green Lantern show that will not feature The Daily Show's Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan. Every time I hear Jon Stewart, I just think of The Daily Show, Jon Stewart. But we do have a list of the characters that should be setting up, I think, is what they're saying. These are the ones that are actually confirmed. Alan Scott will be on there. Jessica Cruz. Doesn't Jessica become another a pink ring controller or something?
Yeah, and she, I think so. When that whole,
Simon Baz. Guy Gardner. So
Guy Gardner's got to be on there.
Sinestro, so you got to have your bad guy.
Yeah.
But do you think you'll have Sinestro stay on the Lantern team for a while before switching over to the other
That'd be
team?
cool. That would be cool because every episode you'd be waiting is this going to be the episode? Is this going to be, excuse me. And then, they'll be planting the seeds and all that stuff. So.
Kilowog, as you were just saying, those are the 7, or not 7 confirmed, but the confirmed Lanterns. How are you feeling about this I think they're wanting to do a Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart movie, and I guess this is kind of bringing back the Lantern series.
Well, who was the one that gave? How did Hal Jordan get his ring? So I guess you have to have that guy in because maybe this will be before Hal Jordan. Obviously, before Kyle Rayner, there was Hal Jordan, and before that was whoever the alien.
Wasn't Guy Gardner before Hal Jordan?
No. He may have gotten his ring before, but it was Hal Jordan got his ring. I don't know who the person is that gave him his ring. I'll be able to tell you. It's a lot of Googling and Wikipedia going on this episode.
It is.
He got it. Whatever.
I always thought Gal Gardner. I mean, I'm not huge on the Green Lantern knowledge and everything else, but I always felt he had the ring before. Hal.
He may have, but
I mean, Hal was where the story began. No, he didn't pass it on.
Yeah, so maybe whoever died, like when they landed to Earth, and Hal Jordan saw him, and he was like, "Hal Jordan of Earth, this is your ring now."
Yeah.
Maybe that guy will be in there. So we're just like, maybe at some point, like we'll just wait for him to die, and they could introduce Hal Jordan. If they go that route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it looks like it was Abin Sur was the one who passed it along in the story. Guy and Hal were the potential successors, and Jordan was near the crash, so he's chosen over Gardner.
Oh,
but the Guardian supercomputers predicted Guy would have perished early in his career if he had been chosen. Oh, and then I guess maybe Booster Gold helps him get the ring. Is what I'm reading. I am not that knowledgeable of the Green Lantern.
Abin Sur. Oh yeah, it was Abin Sur. Shit. People are gonna be yelling at the monitor so much, like, man, fuck these guys.
I know, they don't know anything what they're saying.
There's so much different knowledge and everything else. It's hard to.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it is Abin Sur. I forgot about that. He's, I believe he actually came back and held like the blue ring for a while when they were doing all the spectrum of the rings or whatever that shit was.
With the white being the most powerful, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the black was like the death.
Yeah. With all the deceased and Marvel Legends Marvel Zombies coming back and all that. Yeah, that was kind of when that popped on that Blackest Night. That was a hell of a storyline, man. I have all those figures too, man. Those are some cool ass.
They were bringing back all kinds of old characters that no one had used in a very long time.
Right, and it was perfect for him because it was like, these guys have been dead for so long, and it's like, all right, that was just when all those guys rose. Like I remember reading that, and I was like, oh shit! Like finally a zombie comic that's like actually really good.
Yeah. No, I mean the Marvel zombie line was really good too.
Oh, Marvel zombie line was really good
Kirkman.
too, yes.
That was actually very entertaining. Just seeing like the heroes being zombies and then trying to survive, and then you have to eat to stay smarter.
Right. That was really good. And there's actually a new book that just dropped, I think this past week. It's Marvel Zombies Resurrection. I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And issue 3 just came out this past Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm interested to see how the story goes. Yeah. Well, in video game news, Xbox Series X and S launch lineup has been revealed, and these will be the games that will be working and enhanced at the time. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Borderlands 3, which is already out, but what it'll do is be an enhanced version. Bright Memory 1.0, Casino Royale. I don't know. It's cooking one, I guess. Dead by Deadlights, which is already out. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Dirt 5, Enlisted, Evergate, The Falconeer, Fortnite, yay. Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactic, Grounded, which all these are on Xbox Game Pass, King Oddball, Maneater, Manifold Garden, NBA. There's just more and more to go on. A lot of nothing really majorly new is being released with this. Though if you've not seen the NBA 2K21, it's amazing. It's like everybody in the crowd has a different look and feel to them, and there's not a lot of games really, I think, pushing the envelope with the new systems yet. So if you don't get it, I don't think you're going to be affected by any new game coming out. I think the game still be supported on the PS4, Xbox One. So don't hate yourself if you don't get a new system yet.
Do you have yours pre-ordered, Doc?
Yeah, but Amazon.
Yeah, I do too.
But Amazon said that there may be a delay. So
really,
everybody's because they don't really know how much they're actually going to be getting in or produced.
Because that's what GameStop knew. They're like, we're getting 5. That's it.
Well, yeah. See, with Amazon, they don't know. They don't know how many they're actually going to get in. Versus, because they probably sell a lot more than a random GameStop store.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
You should be fine. And then a PS4 update lets parents decide which games kids can chat in. So if you've got a kid with a PS4, you can actually tell them which ones they're allowed to talk with and which ones are not. So if they're little hateful kids, just take them off because we don't want to hear them. Their kids are really annoying.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with them being solicited by creepy old guys. It's more to prevent the old guys who play Call of Duty from getting cussed out by young kids.
Yeah, I know. It's they always want to have sex with my mom. It's like, why? Like she's old, dude. Calm down.
They're very racist too.
They are racist, yes. Well, because you're not looking at anybody. You can just spew off whatever hate you have in your mind, and just because your kill rate's low. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's always, I feel weird being on game chat now, just because it's just like, I don't want to be told how bad I am. I'm here to have fun. Like, okay,
right.
like I don't take it so serious because I don't have time. I have mortgages and bills to pay, so let me have fun. Yes, I may suck. How about you communicate like what I need to do? Like I do. I do well when I play like Overwatch. If you tell me hey, this is what I need, I will do this. But if you tell me how shit I am, I'm just gonna fuck with you now the whole time. And
I haven't been in a game chat in so long. It's always private parties. What I do, I haven't done one of those in so long that I was like, dude, I suck already as it is, man. Like,
I don't need to. Do not need to be told. And then finally, Donny Cates' crossover is the biggest Image release ever.
Wow.
It is very high in demand. It's getting rave reviews. The story is set in, I guess, like a little town. Kind of reminds me of 1984 by Mark Miller, where all these superheroes just show up. And they don't know how they got there, the bad guys and good guys. And so the country just puts just encloses them. And, like, we don't want these people out. And so then the superheroes start to get crap. And then they're taking kind of characters that are based upon, DC, Image, Marvel. They had to change the guy who looked like Shazam's his color because they were already DC was just like, no, you can't do that. No,
gotcha.
All right, whatever. Sounds like really good. Again, I'd like to somehow get it pre-ordered.
When's that dropping?
I think around the same time that Spawn comic is coming out. Let me see. See, that's why I wish, and I don't want to say negative about comic book stores, but some of us just don't want to drive to a comic book store just to see if that comic book is out. If there's a certain one that I want, I should be able to pre-order it and Amazon or somebody send it to me.
Yeah.
That's why I like, if you're a comic book store, you should be able to, like, if somebody calls in and says, I just want to get this copy. Okay, we'll hold it. We'll get one in. Don't worry.
November 4th.
November 4th? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to add that on my definitely add that on my list, and I will ask them also, Doc, hold 2 of those.
Yes, pull crossover, because I'm definitely want to get that. I'm really enjoying Donny Cates' runs on Thor and Venom and some of the other stuff that he's wrote. If you've not pre-ordered your TMNT, The Last Ronin, apparently a lot of the comic book stores are not going to be able to get as many as the covers and issues as they were expecting. IDW was very aggressive with the amount of print run. And so if you have not pre-ordered it, I think that's coming out towards the end of this month is what it is. You may be missing out and have to wait for a second print. I pre-ordered mine because a certain artist that I like is doing one of the covers, and I went to the comic book store they're selling the ones that he is putting together. But if you don't know what The Last Ronin is, it's about the last hurdle. The other 3 brothers have passed, and he's continuing on. It's a 5-series arc. So it should be pretty interesting. And Eastman is actually back. Eastman and Laird are actually back to help write this story.
Oh, dude. Another comic I'm going to have to add.
But it's only 5 it's only 5 comics, so I mean, it's not that big of a run.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because another thing I'm doing on Kraven the Toy Hunter is I'm going to be showing when I go to the comic book shop, like, what comics I pick up too. Because it's like Kraven the toy comic book hunter. See? Nothing like Kraven the Hunter that hunts Spider-Man. I'm hunting Spider-Man issues and figures. Totally different, Marvel. Back up off me, bro.
But you say toy is in your name, and it's not. Now you're talking comics and everything else.
But it is toys.
All right.
Kraven the Toy Hunter.
Well, class, how can they learn more about you?
Well, if you go on YouTube and you look up Kraven the Toy Hunter, you can watch my new videos that I'm doing where I'm going out toy hunting. I did a big haul this week. I have a little giveaway, which I'll go ahead and... Where is it? I have 2 things I'm going to be giving away. One is Star Wars related. One is Batman related. First is a small man bat, 3 3/4 inch. Kind of cool. Comes with some extra stuff. I just saw it and I was like, yeah, it's different. It's cool. The other is a Boba Fett. This is actually pretty hard to find. So follow Craven the Toy Hunter on Instagram, Craven Toy Hunter on Twitter, and follow me, Chris Class BR. Don't follow me, Chris Class BRH on Instagram. I won't accept your friend. And,
but you will accept them on Craven the Toy Hunter, right?
Absolutely. That's
Yes.
totally different. So yeah, absolutely.
It's just not
man.
as much personal stuff on there.
Yeah, I don't really post personal stuff on mine either. I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
you do. You put your kid and stuff, or when you
Yeah,
go...
she's actually gonna be in this video.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, so I was
well,
like,
maybe we should make a trip and go out hunting.
let's
and
do it,
see-
man.
see what
Let's
they
do it
do.
on a Wednesday and go pick up comics while we're at it, man.
I work Wednesdays. When do you think?
Okay.
We got to see. It's our everyone's crazy schedule. Nobody's off the same time. Joshua seems to always work, and when he's off, he's just like, I'm out doing things. I'm busy. So
I'm usually pretty flexible. So I mean, like usually Monday night through Thursday nights, I'm working one of those, 3 of those 4 days. I'll be working usually in a row. So usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm open, and then a day throughout the week.
excellent.
Yeah,
And
we'll figure it out.
And then if you want to learn more about the Frackin' Nerds, remember we have our Instagram, which I've been posting my Halloween movies I've been watching. We've got our Facebook page. We've got our Twitter. We got my own. I have my own Doc Martin, Doc_Martin on Twitter, and we've got the YouTube channel, which check out. I've been featuring the Haunted Ween when I was on TV. Maybe I'll upload another movie and put that on there also. But I'll be featuring Craven the Toy Hunter for this next show that we do. Remember, you can listen to the podcast at any of your favorite podcasts. I was very happy. I was in my car and actually told Amazon to play the show, and it finally listened. Like every time, because it's now on Amazon Music. Every time I asked it for because you can say play this certain podcast, and I always think the name Frackin' Nerds was apparently very difficult for Amazon to understand, and it was like, oh yeah, let's play your most recent one, and it sounded like shit because I don't know why. The guys from last week, the audio was super low, and hopefully we can figure out what's that out. We'll test. Hopefully everybody sounds good today, but everybody was low. I don't know why.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right this week.
So yeah, I think that's good, and there's nothing else to talk about. We're all good, right? All happy?
Yeah. Have you learned anything, Doc? Here, I'll take over the drivers. Give me the steering wheel. I'll take it. What have you learned today, Doc?
I didn't learn, but when I was talking about my mail call for the other thing I got was my geek art book.
Nice.
This is, I think, number 4 in the series. I've got the first 2. And if you are ever just wanting to get more, like Instagram has a lot of these people on there, but just some amazing different type of art. I'm always happy when I'm flipping through and I see people that I know or follow are in there. But I mean, if you've not seen this, go look for it. It's a guy published it, does it. He's French, and then it takes a while before he switches it to an English version. But it's up on Amazon. If you can find the older versions, I think they may be a little more expensive now. Do it if you're a big fan of geek art. Just you will appreciate a lot of, and there's just again so much different looking stuff. Just like amazing. Like one guy does like old, like it's geek stuff, but in kind of like Chinese. What would be the term? But like I can't even think of it. No, that's a great description. Like the,
I think I know what you're talking
like
about.
like samurais or something like that.
Yeah,
but they'll like have Nintendo versions of it. Or they'll have like the open anatomy of characters and just stuff that you thought. So if you're a fan of geek art or you're an artist, I highly recommend that. That was my mail call, and I enjoyed that. What'd you learn this week, class?
What have I learned this week? I learned that trying to make a YouTube video of toy hunting becomes a very expensive habit. So more expensive than what I was doing before, because at least before I'd be like, I'm going to pass up on that. I'll get it next time. But now I'm like, I gotta swoop some of this stuff up. So at the end of the show, I can show a bunch of shit up. But
see, yeah, that's
like, going to slow down quite a bit.
Doing this podcast, I just gotta like either play video games or watch TV or watch movies.
Yeah.
You gotta go spend money. I mean, I do spend the money, but you're committing to spending money. So,
yeah. Well, I'm not promising every week I'm going to be pulling in big hauls, but I'm like.
But again, you should show what you spent, what the open market is, so that people, when they're going out, like when they watch the show, like if I watch the show and I go, that's pretty cool, and then realize how limited that is, you want to snag that as soon as you see that.
Yes.
But also
I like that idea.
But that means you're preventing class to maybe grabbing stuff because you all are out there hoarding stuff up like he's doing.
That's all right. That's just less money for me to spend. I mean, you could see that I don't mind dropping a few bucks on a few figures.
No, exactly. You have
Jesus, like I need to pump the brakes a little bit.
What was the last line that, like, the most recent line that you were just like, yeah, that's, I mean, because they're like Funko has a lot of now different characters outside of the pops, and there are certain ones that, like the can ones. Have you seen the cans? I think those look stupid. I will not collect
sodas
them.
Or whatever.
Yeah, the sodas, and they don't look like anything. There's been other vinyl creations where it was a big head, and they just don't look right. And I'm like, I'm not. You've got to sell me on what you're doing. Don't just release something like the Pez. They released Pez. I was like, that's just no, it's stupid.
Right.
But there are people out there. What was the line that like you saw that you just didn't like the way it looked, and even though it was in a line of like something you would follow, that you were just like, no, I'll pass.
I mean,
like, has there ever been a Marvel Legends line that you were just like, oh, this looks stupid?
Yeah, there have been quite a few, and there's and they screw me on this, and this is what happens is that I think they started doing this. They'll come out with a whole, like, every series, it's like 3 or maybe 4 out of like the 5 or 6 figures, sometimes 7, that are just like, dude, you got to get these. But then they'll make the build a figure like something amazing, like the strong guy that I have or whatever. But in there, then I had to buy a fucking Shikla, whoever that chick is. I don't even know who she was. Black Tom. Luckily, I got like Juggernaut to go with him.
Oh, you killed Black Tom. You're a racist.
And so like I almost didn't want to get him, but I got him, and when I opened him, I was like, oh, he's very cool. He's a basic figure, but like he's cool. But a pirate Deadpool, way cooler than I expected. So it's like they have these. You can see Pirate Deadpool like right behind me, right there.
Yep.
And I mean, way cooler than what I expected. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, who are these throwaway figures? Marvel Legends does that every single line, to where you're like, they're actually coming out with some new ones that I'm probably going to pass a lot on. It's the Gamerverse ones. I like a lot of the Iron Man Gamerverse because I collect a lot of the Iron Man figures, and so my goal is to have like a Tony Stark standing in front of a bunch of them behind him with like these like cases over him, so it's like it's kind of in like his basement or whatever, is his lair or whatever Tony Stark had, his mansion. But dude, the Gamerverse ones, man, it's based off of the Marvel or the Avengers game.
Yeah,
that just came out.
It was horrible,
dude. That yeah, man, and you're the fucking Miss Marvel girl the whole time, and like you only a little while are you the other Avengers, and it's like, I don't want to be this chick, man. She's stupid, and she's like marking out and like fangirling out for everything. Like, oh yeah, like, and automatically gets accepted in the Avengers right off the bat. Like, it's a whole thing, but she's like gets her own. Oh, I guess this used to be so and so, and it's like, shut.
Well, that's like
dude.
With this line here, the Infinite Warps. Like, I had never read where Gamora gets the control of all the gems and then puts everybody in the Soul Stone. But what she does is she combines a lot of the characters. Like Wolverine and Emma Frost are a character combined. And this is Moon Knight with Spider-Man. And then they come out with 2 others like Iron Man who's connected with Thor called Iron Hammer. And then Soldier Supreme, which is Cap and
Doctor Strange.
I
did read some of that.
And when I saw these, I was looking at them like, well, I don't know what they are. They look kind of silly. I mean, the Moon Knight spider looks really cool.
Looking.
Then I go and read the comic, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go get these. These are actually interesting characters. And then I look online, and like these are going for like $20 a pop, and you can still easily find these at Walgreens. So.
Oh.
I know a
Maybe
place
Craven's gonna have to take a visit over. I've been buying way more. I won't do that amateur move that you just did, because you can edit it. And
I will definitely do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I just got that. So I don't even get into pops, but I bought more pops since doing this toy hunt than I bought anything else.
Well, and that's the thing is like I don't collect just any random character. Most of every character you see is connected into something. Right. That you just got, if you look over in the back of my shoulder, you got Nacho Libre over here, and then I've got like Die Hard, which you've never seen, over here. Yeah. I mean, even the Flash, because I love the Flash movie, even though it's horrible, but it's got a great soundtrack by Queen, and it's actually pretty entertaining. But
Flash Gordon?
Yeah, Flash Gordon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. You're a Queen fan. I love it.
So yeah, that's the thing is like majority of mine are. Like, I don't collect just to collect. Like, I don't collect to possibly sell whatever. It's like, it's not like Beanie Babies. If the market goes out, these are still all these, just like your action figures. They're all still characters that I connect with. And I'm fine with prominently, providing it. Yes, it looks like anybody walking in the house is like, why are you a child? Yes,
Goddamn right I am.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to put up pictures of flowers in my house. That's just not who I was.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't ready to go to the grave just so quick. I have no problem with that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, class, good luck on the show. Hopefully much success. Send them our way so that they come check out this show. Thank you for coming on. So we'll bring it in to a close. So for Chris Class all the way over in Indiana, this is Doug Martin saying, have a fracking good week.